Support for Budget Arcade is brought to you by Manscaped. Who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming? Manscaped offers precision engineering tools for your family jewels.
Funny that you say that, Scott. Manscaped just launched in the UK, so any overseas listeners that might need to, I believe Mark would say, twigs and berries, they want to take care of that whole mess. I don't know the grooming stuff in the UK, but they might want to clean it up a bit, and Manscaped's the way to go.
So, Jeff, if you don't mind, I'm going to cut you there. Their third-generation trimmer.
So that's the thing. Manscaped, you don't cut.
But what about the sloppy top on the rock?
Well, sometimes when you got to get around to the scrote boat, I'll say this. I'm a heavier guy, so it's a little hard to see the meat knockers. And when you're trimming, you kind of want to have a good visual, but with the Lawnmower 3.0, which is also available in the UK now, you can just kind of go at it and not worry too much about it. There's an LED light on the front of the Lawnmower 3.0. That way you can kind of make sure everything looks nice and trim for your significant other.
I'll tell you something, Jeff. You know that I am a bicycle commuter, correct?
I do know that, yes.
And because of that, with the ball deodorant, it's so helpful, as well as the ball toner to use after I've ridden my excessive amount of miles to work.
And it's refreshing.
Oh yeah, spritzing the Skin Twins right after a bicycle ride, it's magic.
So guys, let me just say that the Lawnmower 3.0 is 7,000 RPMs with quiet stroke technology. That leaves Big Joe and the twins feeling great.
They've supplied listeners of Budget Arcade with a promo code to save 20%. So that's 20% off. You get free shipping with the code ARCADE at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you.
Make your testes your besties.
And for our lady listeners, just like games are not for men only, neither does this product have to be. You can skip that pink tax by using our promo code
ARCADE, ACRADE, just to let them know that Budget Arcade sent you.
Hi, this is David Brevik, the creator of Diablo and It Lurks Below, and you're listening to Budget Arcade.
Hello gamers and welcome to Budget Arcade, a free-to-play gaming podcast to help you navigate through the growing realm of free-to-play games. I'm Scott.
I'm Jeff.
I am Elliot.
And welcome to episode number 39. Just to recap, we play a free-to-play game each week and then we review it.
39, dudes. Nice.
Yeah, 39. One more till 40.
30 more till the magic number.
Oh,
We're adults.
can't wait.
What's the magic number?
That's when we're quitting. Tess and Elliot argue.
That's 69. That makes sense.
Yeah. That's what I thought too. Seems very fitting.
Well played.
She doesn't know that
Anyways.
yet, so she doesn't listen. It's fine.
Elliot, would you like to tell us what game we played this week?
Yeah, we played Pokemon Quest. This is a free-to-play action-adventure game in the Pokemon series. It is developed by Game Freak, published by Nintendo, and the Pokemon Company. It came out on the Nintendo Switch on May of 2018. Android and iOS versions came out in June of 2018. On the first week, which was just for Switch, it had 7.5 million downloads. And Pokemon Quest is rated E for everyone. No age limit this time.
So it's truly for everyone.
Truly for everyone this time.
Gameplay.
I wrote a review of NBA Now for the Budget Arcade website. You should go and take a look at how I feel about those controls and how you don't actually get to play the game. You just get to kind of tell the game what you might want to do. That's similar to this. It's a top-down game, and it has actually really nice voxel graphics. I really like the cutesiness of the graphics here. It fits the Pokemon aesthetic while looking different. And you don't control your Pokemon. It walks where it wants, and it usually heads after these different waves of enemies. At the bottom of your screen are that Pokemon's abilities, and your party can be up to 3, I believe.
Yes.
And each Pokemon has 1 or 2 abilities, and they're on cooldown. And then you just tap the ones that are available, and your Pokemon does those abilities.
Oh,
That
but you don't even
is
have
the
to do
game.
that, right?
That's true. There's
No, you can put it on auto.
if you're really feeling lazy, you can start a level, tap auto, put your phone down, and it will play the game for you.
Oh, even more lazy, you can leave it on auto, and it stays on auto until you tell it to go off auto.
Wow. I mean,
It's truly...
there's no gameplay here. It's
Oh, you get to design your base camp, Jeff,
that's
with those statues.
okay, well,
You can Farmville it.
You can make
are we saying
Goulash.
Farmville's a good game? Is that what we're doing?
Oh my gosh, let's not go there.
No.
Okay.
You can make goulash for Pokemon to show up. You can choose the ingredients, or you can auto set the ingredients as well, but
Oh, you can. That's good. So here is the oh Lord. Okay.
the problem isn't the aesthetic, right?
The aesthetic looks
can we
nice.
all agree
I
that
really
it looks
like it.
pretty good?
Yeah. The graphics are very nice. You got all the Pokemon sounds from the original games. You know, the pixelated, crunchy sounding whenever they attack and stuff like that.
And it's the
And I think it
original
was-
151, which is the best of all of them. Fight me, anyone.
No, I'm not that big
Yeah.
of a nerd.
Oh, because they're the best ones, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you could there was 5 starting Pokemon that you could choose from. There was Pikachu, Charmander, Squirtle,
Bulbasaur.
Eevee, and
Who did you guys
Bulbasaur. I
pick?
think that was it, right?
I went Bulbasaur.
I went Charmander.
I went Charmander on my phone, and then I did Eevee on the Switch.
Oh, Eevee's never a choice.
I just got the fairy type Eevee in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Teddy was very impressed.
Nice. Did you take Sword or Shield?
I have Shield and Teddy has
Cool.
Sword.
You gotta send me one of them Ponytas.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh, that's the one of the Pokemon that you can get on Shield that you can't get on Sword.
I don't think I found it yet.
They look like ponies.
Okay. Back to the game of the week.
Colorful little ponies. The controls are not very great here.
There not controls.
What controls?
Well, I mean, using the controller on the Switch sucks.
Oh, yes.
Using the
Yeah, that was
touchscreen
terrible.
is fine. I found if I use the touchscreen, I had no problem. I hated using the Wiimote or even a Pro controller. It's terrible.
Yeah,
it's like
I
a
can
really
see that.
bad mouse. It was horrible.
This game is designed for mobile, and
Right.
that's it.
100%.
The fact that Switch's touchscreen ability, like you could just take the Wiimotes or the remotes off the Switch and just play it like a tablet, and you'd be.
That's
set for
exactly
this
what I
game.
did after the first day. Yeah, this game is much better handheld mode than docked mode. 100%. So keep that in
Agreed.
mind too.
Yeah, and I played mostly on my phone because of that reason. Like I wanted to see what the difference between the two was, if there was any difference, and there's really not a whole lot. The only main difference that I saw is on the phone version, you can save your data to like the cloud, and that way if it gets erased on your phone, you can pull the data back. And I was hoping that maybe I could like pull my phone
Transfer.
data onto the Switch.
I
but
didn't even
you
test
can't
it. I
even do
thought that's
that.
what it was for. That's stupid. So it's really just
no,
to
you
back
can't
up
even-
the game.
You can't
Okay.
even save your data on the Switch version.
What?
No, you can't. I mean, it's cloud save like normal games, but it's not. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
but
I
you
see.
can't access it because you don't have a code to be able to use to pull it from. Like
You could
set up
pull
your
it from
code
Switch to.
whenever
You could put it on a different Switch if you had like two switches, like a
That
light
seems
and a.
so short-sighted.
Oh, it's totally
Yeah, you
is.
could do that.
We're,
There's no crossplay whatsoever on this as
Yeah.
far as that's concerned.
when we're talking about the game, though, there's 12 levels or 12 zones. Each zone has, or they call them locations, I guess. There are between 3 and 7 levels long. Typically, each one ends with a boss fight. That's its own special kind of thing. There are 167 move sets that you can learn, and each Pokemon can learn between 2 and I believe 11 or 12 move sets. So, I guess
Let's
that's
talk
there.
about how the difficulty on this ramps up so
Oh my
quickly.
gosh.
It's ridiculous.
instantly.
and the fact that
Yeah.
you have to replay levels over and over again. And when you do that, you have that stamina that gets depleted each time you play a level. And of course, it turns into that hurry up and wait type of game that I always talk about.
Yeah, so, and we'll get into that, I guess, when we get into the paywall, but it definitely, you hit a wall, and you hit it like almost like right when you get to the second world. It's like, and because there's so little control in the game, you can't overcome the hill with skill because the game doesn't allow you to be skillful.
Oh no, not at all. 'Cause
So you're really
your Pokemon just
at
charge
the
in
mercy
like
of the game.
blindly. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
There was, however, there's a button on the right hand side. If you press that, they quote unquote retreat, but only for like a split second. And if they're in the middle of an attack, they don't even like start to retreat right away. And I think actually when you do hit that retreat button, you gain a little bit of HP back on your Pokemon, but it's like 1 and 2. It was very minimal, so it wasn't even worth pressing the button in the first place.
Yeah.
How far did you guys get in the game?
I got stuck at the wall like midway through World 2-ish. And
Yeah, 2 and 3, I couldn't beat the bosses on those two because
I didn't like
actually,
the game
no,
enough
I'm
to
sorry.
try to grind it out.
The third world, I couldn't get past that the level right before the boss, and that's where I got stuck.
I finished 4. I got to the boss on World 5. I found the game to be really good, like, sit when I had, like, 10 minutes of free time in between lessons with my job. So, yeah, I typically work for, like, 2 hours at a time, and then I have, like, a break in between students. So it was, like, perfect to play this game, where I'd have, like, enough time to, like, sit and let the bar restock, and then I could do it again. So it's definitely very grindy, but I didn't find the grind to be terrible. I took my Switch around with me, and I just treated it like my cell phone, like I would. So it's definitely grindy, but I didn't think it was. I guess that was like the game is just a big grind. You know, to finish this game would take a lot of time.
And okay, so I guess we need to really talk more about some of the actual gameplay there is to capture Pokemon. Like Jeff had briefly said, you have to make these food dishes to lure the Pokemon to your campsite. And to do so, you have to take ingredients that you've collected as you're grinding to
Is one of the
create
ingredients
these
Rufinol?
culinary delicacies that only Gordon Ramsay would approve of.
It sounds so creepy. I mean, people have mentioned that how you're capturing monsters and battling them for fun, but I'm luring them in with food. Like, the game should give you a white van and a bag of candy, and you should drive up to their neighborhoods and invite them in the van.
It's much more humane than traditional games. Beat them up until they're so weak that they have to succumb.
Well, that's true.
So
Okay, and so as you're battling as well, you can collect these. What were they even called? They were like power-ups.
are you talking about the they're like little
They're
chips.
like a fist.
I call them chips.
Yeah,
because they're
one
just
had a fist icon, the other one had a heart icon, and they're like different
attack,
numerical values on
hit
them.
points. Let's see, there's strength, there's hit points, there's attack, and there's move chips, so you can get like things that do more damage to your moves. And each Pokemon has, is it 9? I don't know if each one has. Yeah, they each have 9 different chipsets for the damage or hit points that you can add, and then some moves you can add certain color chips. And each chip itself is like gold, silver, bronze. Is that right? Standard, something like that. Well, like a gold would have like 2 or 3 different like things, like your critical hit would go up, or your recovery time, where like the bronze ones would have like one thing, like critical hit or something like that. So there was a little bit of difference between like the gold ones, because there was that bar that would level up as you're playing, and when that bar got to your expedition bonus got to the max, you would automatically get a gold chip that next fight.
Well, my big thing was they weren't always better statted than the chips that you had gotten in later levels, which
Right.
was pretty sad. So I guess the strategy of this game would be
They're very
try to
random.
go to a higher level whenever that expedition bar is all the way maxed.
I guess. Yeah, maybe that is. I didn't try it. I didn't play around with that at all.
Yeah, and what was really frustrating too is as your Pokemon level, that's how you unlock those spaces to be able to put those chips in. But the leveling on it was so slow; it was ridiculously slow.
It's
Now,
crazy.
did you guys train your Pokemon at any point in time? Because that was a real pisser.
Yeah, the training, when you train, you have to put in at least one Pokemon to train against, and when you train, that Pokemon
Yeah,
goes
you're-
away. So you're not really getting a lot of Pokemon to begin with. And so like you're just like pissing away like the turds that you have, but also the training was not that good. You're better off just like doing expeditions and wasting your
So
battery.
when you guys were cooking, what was the max Pokemon that would come to your meal? I had up to 2, and that was it.
I had up to 2, but I had a pretty high level. I had like a level 29 something pop up on me. 27. I had a level 27 Chansey, which Chansey kind of sucked. By
I
the
didn't
way.
have that kind of luck. I get 1 or 2. Yeah.
But you could also go online and see like the types of food you make determine the type of Pokemon that will show up as well.
Yeah, I didn't bother to even check that out. I guess there's like recipes for specific Pokemon that you can do.
Yeah. Well, I picked Charmander, so I was trying to draw in a water type Pokemon, something to counteract that in case So, and I was successful because I got a Lapras, which was kind of cool, but.
Are we missing anything on the quote-unquote gameplay of this game?
There's quests that you do. You just complete quests just by playing, and they give you those Pokeball point things, whatever those are called, that you use to refill your battery.
We'll talk about that in
the PM tickets. Yeah. So there's quests. You're trying to complete the Pokédex. You're trying to go through the island.
You get decorations for your campsite.
Yeah, and they have buffs to them.
Oh,
right?
They have buffs as well. I didn't realize that.
Well, yeah, each one like it helps you level up faster. So it's kind of a catch up mechanic in a sense.
That sucks that you can't ever get past the second and third bosses to even get the rest of them without grinding the crap out of it. Like I could not pass the second to the boss on the third.
It gets insanely
And so so
it's a wall for sure.
So your 3 Pokemon that you have as your team, their overall stats gives you a number ranking, and that number ranking corresponds to the levels that you're going to be fighting on. If you have a higher number ranking than that level, you're more likely to beat the level. Although I had a higher number ranking on one of the levels and still couldn't beat it. But that was probably because my team was mostly fire Pokemon, and I think most of the Pokemon in that area were water. So I didn't do very well on that one. Like I didn't have a single grass Pokemon to be able to counteract the water in that area. And then so the second to the last, the boss on those 2 levels, it jumps from like 1,800 points all the way up to like 2,300 points. It was something ridiculous. Like it's a huge jump.
Yeah, it gets.
Or maybe it was like 2,500. It was like quite ridiculous.
Well, the numbers don't do a good job of justifying just how hard it is to level. It's insanely hard to level up. So like the jump might be like 300 or 400 points, and that's like, oh, it's not that much, but really, it's a lot. It's a lot of time to get better tokens to put in to level up. It's a lot of work.
Paywall.
All right, so paying gets you the PM tickets.
Well, can you just straight up buy the PM tickets? I don't think
you can straight up buy the PM tickets if you actually click on that, because I know you get daily PM tickets, but after you get your dailies, you can actually scroll through and buy them. But they're pretty highly priced. Like I think the cheapest was 99 cents. You could get like 10 or 15. It was something.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, no, that you could purchase them.
You could also refill your stamina.
I know you can refill your stamina.
I mean, that was the main thing to do with them.
The only thing I could see on the Switch was that. I didn't see a place to buy them. That's interesting.
Maybe it was just the Switch didn't have. No, I'm pretty sure I saw it on the Switch as well. But yeah, there was definitely a spot to be able to buy the PM tickets.
there's the expedition packs. That's the only thing. I didn't know you could buy PM tickets. I'm going to Google this because I don't think you can. I didn't see it, but I could be wrong.
Classic podcasting. People just hanging out, listening to a man Google.
I mean, you can talk while I'm doing it.
That's what I'm doing, man. I'm stalling.
Stall with how's Sword and Shield going for you?
Sword. I'm loving it. It's my favorite Pokemon game as a Pokemon novice. I've only been playing since the 3DS, and I think it's the best
You mean
one.
Pokemon Quest wasn't your
But
favorite?
I don't care enough about...
And Pokemon
Which
Quest
one?
wasn't your favorite?
Nah. It was the other one we played. The other dumpy one.
Oh, Pokemon Masters.
Masters, oh, that's the best, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that one was pretty bad.
This is my favorite. Like I hear a lot of complaints, and it's mostly coming from hardcore Pokemon fans like Elliot. But I'm not a hardcore Pokemon fan, and it suits my needs just fine.
It is better than I thought it would be. I'm hopeful of the things that I want them to change that they'll change. I think it's like a B minus. I haven't played the last 2 generations worth of games, but it's not as bad as some people thought or made it out to be. I think it's super linear, and that's the thing that I'm kind of like. There's like no caves, there's no dungeons.
All right. So can
But
you
there's
buy
the
PM
open-
tickets?
Wild.
Yeah, I cannot find anything about buying PM tickets.
Okay, then let's move on, because this is just
So,
good radio.
well, the things that you can buy are the expedition packs. There are 3 expedition packs. There's the regular one, that's $4.99. The Great Expedition Pack, that's $9.99. The Ultra one, that's $17.99. Or you can get all 3 for $29.99. And those basically add new statues, new cooking pots. They expand on your battery. You get certain Pokemon. It's definitely, and you get PM tickets. So,
Well, there you have it. You can buy PM tickets.
yeah, but once you buy those, you're done. So there's no other way. Once you've purchased
hate
those
this game.
packs. So
Yeah. This is kind of
could-
like... these are some of the suckiest transactions we've had to deal with.
I
Because
mean,
the game spikes so hard, and because it's taken all control out of your hands, to be able to progress in any meaningful fashion, you have to spend money.
Yeah. So this is definitely a pay to win.
I mean, the game spikes, but you can't spend money to do better. I don't think paying gets. I think it just like makes it easier to collect Pokemon. I don't think it really makes it easier.
I mean, you can.
That's the problem. I don't think paying gives you.
I mean, you can use it to refill your stamina each time and then play more. Like I hit this wall
Right.
where I couldn't.
But you get 50
continue.
tickets
Like,
a day
I had,
too.
like, I was playing and I was like, oh, I can do this level one more time and I should level. And I didn't have enough stamina anymore, so I was like, okay, well, I'm done with the game for the day. I'm not even going to bother refilling my stamina. I don't give a crap anymore.
Replayability.
What would you say about replayability? I mean, there's a lot of replayability because you have to continuously grind this crap.
So
Oh, yeah.
the point is, do you want to play more? Like, sure, there's a lot to do, and it'll take you forever to do it all, but do you want to do it?
Not really.
No. And
Yeah.
in order to have replayability, you have to be able to play the game in the first place, and you don't get to play this game. It plays itself. Put a quarter in your ass because you've played yourself. Isn't that what the kids are saying these days?
I will say, though, I talked to one of my coworkers about this game because he actually did play it before, and he got a lot further than I ever did. And he said it kind of like scratches that management of resources and all that itch.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah,
that.
but I just, and the fact that he was like, the fact that you can just start the level and not have to worry about actually playing the game, that it just like,
That's
great.
You might as well watch a
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Watch one of the episodes of Pokemon, and you're not playing a game at that point. I mean, it's almost like it's closer to Tamagotchi, I guess, where
Yeah.
you walk away and the game plays itself.
nah, well,
You know.
Tamagotchi, you still had to interact with it, otherwise it would die.
Oh, so it's more of a game as
Yeah,
well.
I definitely would say a Tamagotchi is more of a game than
Oh,
this.
okay.
Yeah, maybe different.
This is like a
yeah.
bad DVD is what this game is.
I mean, it's just not fun. There's no fun to be had here.
Right.
For me, I had zero fun.
I agree.
Yeah.
judgment.
So at the end of each episode, we decide if the game deserves our seal, which is our general thumbs up or thumbs down, and needs a 2/3 vote to be approved for the podcast. Jeff, what would you say about this game?
It's awful. It's bad. It's not good. It's a thumbs down.
All right, Elliot?
That's what I would say.
Yeah, there's no depth here. The Pokemon look cool. That's the problem, is that it looks... Man, there's potential here. They did not execute at all. So, nope.
Yeah, this game falls completely flat on its face. It looks so nice. It sounds nice. But the gameplay is nil and void and does not get my seal either. So this game is not Budget Arcade approved. We did not have any listener commentary about this game either. And so next week we will be playing Minecraft Earth.
Game's trash. Garbage. Oh, Minecraft Earth. Is that actually a game?
It's labeled as a game.
Okay, we'll find out. Another week of us reviewing something that's not
under
a game.
the game
section. I think it's supposed to be in the same genre as Pokemon Go and the Harry Potter Wizarding World, whatever that crap is. And
we should review like a word processor one week.
What?
We should review the New York Times crossword app.
Ooh, see, that's
it's actually
game,
really
though.
good.
That's a game, though.
It's actually very good. I love it.
That's
addicted.
True. Well, we want to thank everybody for joining us. Wherever you listen to your podcast, we ask that you would leave us a favorable review. If you enjoyed this show, we would prefer if you would leave us a 5-star or better.
That leaves a lot. Favorable.
Or Scott will come and get really angry.
We've lowered our expectations. Just don't tell us how bad we are.
Yeah. Hey, Elliot, do you remember the name of that one website where we actually were able to link our bios to the podcast? Was it
I have no idea.
I
follow can Google
them.
it.
I follow
Take a
them
minute.
That's another Google section. This is our famous Google segment. Go ahead.
Well, we got a review on that one. And actually, you know what? I'm going to cut out whatever I do. Hold on, let me get my phone and I'll pull up the review.
Is it audio? No, it's not Audio Burst. Maybe I don't have it.
No, it is not Audio Burst. Hold up, let me pull it up on the Twitters.
Podchaser. When I type P-O, that's not what pops up. But once I type that D, it's what pops up.
On Podchaser, we had a review. It says, I listen to it every week, and they are funny, charming, and accurate. Looks like...
Ooh.
Wow.
Very nice.
And they lied. That's so sweet of them.
That's what we're talking about,
like,
people. Go to these places.
iBunyer106 was the user's name, and he or she left that 5 days ago.
I love how there's another review. Can I read the other review? Best and only free-to-play video game rating podcast around. Jeff, Scott, and Elliot do what they do well and stay in their niche. Extra episodes with interviews keep things interesting.
Oh,
thanks, Ace Matrix.
Oh. You reviewed your own podcast like you were someone else.
Oh, that's so good. Thanks for not reviewing mine, jerk.
Would have been funny if Scott had given us a 1-star review and then he'd be pissed at himself. Dang it, who did this?
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
You know, you gotta put up the 5 stars somewhere.
I thought that was a great review.
Yeah, you're like, wow, this guy is legit.
I mean, you didn't lie. You do listen every week.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
I think that's like insider trading.
Yeah.
To pretend
some
you're
Martha
not.
Stewart level stuff.
Yeah. So you can follow us on our social media. We're on Twitter and Instagram at Budget Arcade. We have a Facebook page, facebook.com/budgetarcade. You can also find our website, www.budgetarcade.com, and look for additional content there.
You can send any hate mail to show@budgetarcade.com, and you can also join our Discord from our website or also from our Twitters. Music is provided by Stimage. You can download his music at metroidmetal.com. Game on.
Imagineville Podcast Network.